Remember that summer a few years ago? It was just in time for my grandfather's deathbed banquet. It's a double happiness. So Grandpa moved out the wine that had been treasured for many years, planning to entertain relatives. It is said that this can remove dampness and cold. It's already very expensive on the market. Arvin and I don't know much. But when I heard that it was very expensive, I immediately had a crooked idea. If this is taken outside, it has to be sold for a lot of money anyway. Grandpa naturally didn't see what we were thinking. He said that he would have to go to the village entrance to pick up his uncle and the others. Let's move this thing to the back of the kitchen first. As a result, when Grandpa's front feet just left, Arvin and I held the jar and planned to give it to the duck. The child is sold at the market, but it turned out that it just stepped out of the door. I fell on the threshold with a tiger puff. All the wine in the jar spilled on the ground. We were both stupid. If Grandpa comes back, it is estimated that today's 80th birthday will have to be changed. It's the anniversary of my death. In a hurry. On seems to have remembered what his grandfather said, that this is wind wine. So I proposed, catch some wasps and come back to make up for it. At the moment, we didn't dare to delay. I took the net pocket and went out the door. It didn't take long to come back with hope. A whole big. It turned out that it was only half-packed, but unexpectedly, there was an omission in the cow. Release all the wasps. We were scared to pee. The duck hunter quickly escaped from the house. It just happened to bump into. Grandpa came back with his uncles. So that's it. While trying to figure out how to explain it, Grandpa looked at the wine jar in our hands. I couldn't help but take it. While walking in front of the guests, while smiling, he said that this is the wind wine I made. Let everyone taste this high and low. We wanted to stop it. But Grandpa has already opened the jar. The snake starts to circle again and again. The wasps in the jar swarm together. Adults offer an instant bounty. Avens and I took advantage of the chaos to sneak out of the courtyard. Now the poor uncles have suffered. One by one, I was run by my head. It has always been. Sixth uncle with bad mouth corner. This time, it can also be rolled in the yard. Hurdles. Then I don't know who shouted. Family. Come in. I'll close the door for you. As soon as this comes out, uncles, rushing into the house like a pack of wolves. The one running in front is my third uncle. The moment you open the door, I can see clearly that his face has changed. Frightened, just about to retreat. But everyone behind has already rushed over. So I looked at my uncle with my own eyes. With a face full of despair, forcibly squeezed in. As soon as Grandpa closed the door, the house suddenly sent out even more miserable. An unbelievable scream. All kinds of miscellaneous screams. We hid outside the courtyard and listened to fear. However, the house is already filled with smoke. Overturned flower strips mixed with screaming crowds. Like hell on earth. This is an uncle in the left-hand corner. And I thought to myself, bees are afraid of fire. Leon busy took a lighter out of his pocket and lit it. The chaos at the scene made the uncle like an angel descending to earth, while saying, don't be afraid. One side is towards the flower, which is the hardest hit. Heavy kitchen walk. I didn't expect to just take the steps and collapse. There's a tremendous amount of heat in the air. There was a room full of light. Grandpa hasn't reacted yet. It was directly blown away by a heat wave. Stepping on our heads, it flew into the neighbor's pear tree. I heard my head roar. Shadows are like shooting stars. Across the sky, a touch of streamer. Fast disappearing before our eyes. Wait until later, when the dust settled and the healthcare workers arrived. There are already several skylights on the roof. Follow the flight path. Only to find out that they all landed in different corners. Fortunately, a few weeks after my relative's fate recuperated. It's alright. As for me and Arvin, the day my grandfather was discharged from the hospital, if the villagers hadn't stopped, I guess it was set on fire by Grandpa. Lift off to see God.